So this is going to be more of an instructional, I should say, video. It's for people who don't know how the whole process plays out, or haven't experienced the process, have never been part of the process, and you're like, listen, I've heard about it, I've read books about it, I maybe even have seen it on video, but I don't know how it actually works in real life. Allow me to show you a tutorial.
I'll squeeze all the cream down to the tip. Okay, you want a nice creamy tip. The key here is you have to shove your creamy tip into the hole as deep as you can go. And then you squeeze. And by doing so, also you put a Dairy Queen thing on the end. But by doing so, the cream pokes out the back side. That way you don't have no, middle gap without the cream. You want the cream to poke out of the back side when you shove the tip in there. So that way, the cannoli is properly filled all the way through the back side.
So, just kind of save that video, if you will, or this video, and like reference it when you're in that moment where you need to remember how it's done because you've never done it before and you need a reference point, right? You just pull this video up and you follow the instructions. You remember that you want to make sure that you have a nice creamy tip to begin with, and that it's important that you shove that creamy tip as deep into the hole as you possibly can. Now he said once you get that creamy tip as deep into the hole as you possibly can, then you squeeze. Squeezing works, but sometimes you kind of got to wiggle it around. Sometimes you want to move it back and forth a little bit, but you want to get that creamy tip as deep in there as humanly possible. And then whether or not you decide to then squeeze or kind of wiggle it around, pull it back and forth, whatever the case may be, you do you at that point in time. But remember, as deep into the hole as humanly possible, so much so that you can potentially see the cream coming out the backside. No gaps. And then, of course, it won't come all the way out the backside. So like he showed you, you then flip it around and you insert that creamy tip into the backside and you make sure that you got that little dollop of cream on both sides. That's how it's done. You know what I mean? When you're done, there should be cream coming out of both sides. It should just be just coming out of both sides. And if you're an artisan about your craft, you're going to put that little Dairy Queen dollop on the end of it, and you're going to make sure it's something that can be presented. Hope this helps.